Hello, it's Wendy Hardneck at Hardneck Farms, and I am going to be doing a candy collaboration called It's a Candy Christmas 22. And it is hosted by SHERI at Southern Roots. And I'm going to do two different candies. So one, I'm going to do the peppermint candy, and I'm going to put it in this bag, and then we're going to crush it up, and then it's going to go in this mold. It's going to be just with some almond bark and some peppermint candies, and it's just going to be, it's called peppermint bark. But I'm going to use this mold right here. I got these little molds at the thrift store for $1.91. Can't beat that. Then I'm going to do the dark chocolate and the cashews and make a dark chocolate bark. And I'm using this guitar. And then I'm using just the almond bark for the peppermint bark. And then I'm going to crush up the cashews for the dark chocolate bark. Seeing how I'm on a kind of a diet where I'm trying to do healthy, this right here is healthy. This one not so much, but we got family and friends that'll enjoy these, and I thought I would do these two different easy candies that I can show. And then here's all the stuff I'll be using: the chopper, the bowl. I will add the coconut, little bit of coconut oil, and then I'm just going to microwave these. And so, easy peasy. Anyway, let me take this over here. I'm going to go ahead and just, that way I don't mess with the wood. And all you do is kind of just crush the candy. Let me see if I can get me a little thing right here. It is so hard to video yourself. Maybe here. There we go. I think this will work. Just kind of crush up the candy. When my kids were young, this is what the job that I gave them to do. And they would fight over it. So I let them take turns. Anyway, I used to cater candy. And so this collaborations can be fun. But these are two easy recipes that are really good at parties. And who doesn't like cashew bark? You could do pecans. I was going to do pecans, but I changed my mind and thought cashews just really sound good. My husband kind of wanted the cashews too. And yeah, it's a process. Maybe get a little more aggressive. And all this is that Brock's little tiny peppermint candies. These are really good. I like to keep these year round, actually, so if you ever need to have some peppermint. And it's not getting that end. It's kind of fun. You can take your frustrations out. The smaller the better. If you get some bigger pieces, it's okay, but since I'm using the mold, I wanted to get the pieces pretty small. And the smell, when you break up the peppermint candies, the smell is really good. And I'm so thankful for my friend to let me use her kitchen again. I have a tiny kitchen and there's just nothing's working right now. It's just kind of like, one of those things. Like everything breaks at once. Like we've already had to replace washer and dryer. The dishwasher doesn't work. The stove doesn't work. The microwave doesn't work. It's just like time for a new house. Alright, I'll flip that over and see.
What about this?
That's probably better.
I don't know if it's any better, but if somebody doesn't have a roller.
Well, I used to have one of these, but a lot of my stuff's packed. And if you're just doing it, like normally I would just roll this out onto a cookie sheet with some parchment paper and then just, you know, pour it and let it drizzle down and make it thin. and then just break it up into pieces whenever it hardens. But I want to put this in those molds, so I want the pieces to be really small so it'll fit down in that mold. The bag will be done. You gotta be careful. I have busted open a bag before. I think that's probably good enough. Right there. So there we go. We got that all crushed up, and then I'll clean the counter because it did leave some dust. It did kind of come through the bag a little bit, and it's a little bit messy, but this will make a really good candy. Let me bring this over here. So I'm just take this Tupperware bowl. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put just a smidgen of this coconut oil. You just want to put a tiny bit of the oil since you're doing this in the microwave, and it keeps the candy from actually burning. And I actually have burnt years ago, and I learned my lesson. I ruined one of these Tupperware bowls. And these Tupperware bowls are very expensive, so you really don't want to do that. Okay, epic fail. I just dropped the chocolate. Dang it.
5-second rule. I did clean my floors this morning.
And I'm here to mess them up. Look at that. Whoops.
You know that comes in vegan, it's just really expensive.
This is what happens.
Well, you can edit this part out.
Nah, I'll use it. It is what it is. Hey, it happens. We all have things that happen. And I just got candy all over the floor. So, do you have a paper towel I can borrow?
Yes, right behind you.
Okay. Thank you so much. All right. You're going to roll with this anyway. I'm just going to dust this off. The floor is clean. Her kitchen's beautiful. She cleaned the floors this morning. And all it did was fall straight down, so we'll just dust it off. See, not getting anything dirty on it. Definitely need a little broom and dustpan. There we go. We got some mad kitties. They want to get up in the window. So I'll put this in the microwave. This is the part where I'm going to pause this, and then I will come back. Okay, and I'm back. Got the chocolate melted, or the almond bark. There we go. Just took 3 minutes in her microwave. And here we go. We're going to pour this candy, the crushed up peppermint. And you actually could probably do this with the little peppermint pieces as well. But this just is going to be so much better in putting it in that mold. And the smell is incredible. And believe it or not, I mean, I'm not a huge monstrous fan of peppermint, but this is really good. I have taken this to parties over the years, and I have so many people ask me, what is that? That's so good. And you don't even know how simple this is. This is one of my little fast go-tos. So here we go. And
That looks really good.
And now we're going to move over here. I'm going to do this right over here because everybody knows I'm messy. So we'll just do, It's going to be tricky.
I love those molds.
It's so cute. It's just little stars. I probably need a smaller spoon, like a...
Right behind you next to the microwave.
Gosh, I love your kitchen. I just want to move in with my friend and use her kitchen every day, and then when our house is built, I'll go back home. I love kitchens. My kitchen's so small. There's not even room to do much and nothing.
But you're building that huge house next door, and it's going to have a massive kitchen,
Yes.
bigger than this one.
Yeah, I don't know. It probably isn't going to be.
It's just shaped differently.
It's shaped different, but it's
every bit this much square foot or bigger.
Yeah.
Because yours has room for like a culinary fridge.
Oh yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, yours is so much bigger. And then I just have the two little pantries that flank. These are pantries that flank the windows, and you've got a ginormous room the size of a bedroom.
I know. But it'll fit all my kitchen stuff, you know. I am a kitchen girl. I have all kinds of kitchen gadgets and kitchen stuff, so I need room. Because right now, a lot of it's all packed up. Yeah, this is working out better. These little molds are just so darn cute. And another thing about these, and I know it's early in the season and there's a lot of Christmas parties coming up, but the good thing about this is this can actually be put into little Ziploc bags and in the freezer. Yeah. I made some peanut patties, some old-fashioned peanut patties for the holidays. And my family, they know that I'm vegan, but they definitely want their candy. And so I gotta make them their candy. So I made peanut patties, and then I made toffee. And that's all I did as far as candy for the Thanksgiving holiday, because other people were wanting to bring some stuff. When you cater candy, people are like, yeah, you're bringing all the candy. But it's hard when you don't have room in your kitchen and everything's broke. So it's like, it's hard to do stuff.
But you can't fix it because you're building
A
a new
house. So it's like, yeah, why bother? Like the dishwasher hasn't worked, and I'm like, well, wait. But since we're doing the induction cooktop, I mean, it wouldn't even fit in my place now, so it's like, yeah. Oh, these are so cute. That one I got a little too full, but it'll pop right out. It'll take it a little bit for this to harden up. And I know this is very time consuming for everybody on YouTube. So I'm going to show you what it's looking like. I'm going to fill these up, and then I'm going to come back. Okay, and I'm back. Now we put the mold in the refrigerator, and here's the rest of it. So here's what we'll do. Just put this on parchment paper. Can't see good. It is so different to when you're doing candy or you're cooking and you're filming, because you have to do things totally different where people can see what you're doing instead of just how you normally roll in the kitchen. There we go. Oh, and the kitties would like some too. Okay, so this, you just spread it out, kind of hold the parchment paper. Spread it real thin. Oop. See? Normally, like when I'm doing other types of candies and stuff, I'll pour it real hot and then just kind of, you'll just take your cookie sheet and shake it and you'll spread it. There we go. And then when that dries, break it up into little pieces and put it in little Ziploc bags, and you'll have peppermint bark. So there's that. And here we go. Right there. Look at that. Yum. Okay, now I'm gonna get ready for this part. I'm gonna chop up the cashews, and then we're gonna wash this real good. And then I'm going to get the dark chocolate melted, get the cashews put in, and we're going to do the cashew bark. All right, y'all. I'll see you in a few. Okay, and I'm back. Now we've got the cashews chopped up, did the food chopper. And then I've got to finish chopping these. This is all I use. This is little Pampered Chef food chopper. We got the dark chocolate melted. There we go. We're recording for Zoom. And put that in there. And this I need to put into the dark chocolate. I don't spill it everywhere. There we go. I love those Tupperware bowls. I'm a Tupperware woman. I love Tupperware. We'll mix this up really good, and it will thicken up when you put the nuts in. It changes the chemistry of the candy, so you have to pour it pretty quick. Let me go get that. I think probably one cookie sheet will do this. Yeah, it's going to thicken up pretty quick. And this is just cashew and dark chocolate. And this is a healthy indulgence. And it's so good. Oh my gosh. So there's a candy store in town, and I love to go by there. But I can't really have a lot of the stuff anymore, so they do have nut barks, and I've made nut barks for years. And so it's one of my favorite things. And I think the chocolate's just got too thick too fast. It's what happens when you put the nuts in.
Can you put it in the oven and soften it up?
You can, but you're going to let it get hard anyway, and all you got to do is spread it.
Okay.
So
I wasn't sure how that worked.
well, I should have probably put it back in the microwave for just a few minutes, maybe 25 seconds or something. Her microwave works really good. So
That looks amazing.
it's going to be so good. And then you just spread it, and when it hardens up, you break it into pieces, serve, or store it in your freezer. Easy peasy. And, you know, every year I do gifts, go to parties, and everybody wants candy. They just want candy. So I'm always asked to do candy. Oh, and the best part is licking your fingers. I'm gonna set this in here so my friend can scrape the bowl. I told her that's the best part of making candy. So that is the cashew bark. And we will come back when that's all hardened. All right, guys, there it is. Okay, so all the candy is hardened up. I'm just gonna flip this over and show you how I do it to package it. That way you don't have to touch it. Little tips and tricks. You can just use the parchment paper. And if I went to scoot it off the parchment. Here we go. It always happens when you're videoing. You look like you're an idiot. Alright, here we go. Just turn it. Break it. And it stays on the parchment. So there's that. And then we'll just package that up. Do the same thing with this, and it's still a little tacky, but we were testing these. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that cute as can be? There's a little peppermint bark snowflake. So I wanted to show that to you guys, and we're just packaging them up, and they'll go in the containers and bags, and this will be great holiday gifts. So anyway, it is Wendy Hardneck, and it's a Candy Christmas collaboration 2022. Go check out the playlist, and it's with Southern Roots by SHERI. And y'all take care. Merry Christmas.